name is Jessie. I'm one of the Africa keepers here at Australia Zoo. It's 8 AM and we are making our way down to go check on our giraffe and get them ready for a lovely day out in our savanna paddock. So let's go. Good morning, everyone. Hello, giraffe.
Good morning.
Hey, girlies. How you going?
So they're inside the barn now. Jessie will make up their breakfast. I'll set up the yards and then we'll get started with their shoot work for the morning.
So we're just making up some breakfast for the giraffe. So we've got our pellets. They're all on a set amount depending how big they are. We've also got some biotin, which is just to make sure that their hooves are nice and healthy. So they've all got, again, different amounts of that. You imagine we've got our littlest giraffe who's about 550 kilos, and then Forrest who's about 1,330. So he's a lot bigger. And then we've also got some linseed oil, which is just for their healthy fats and also just to help with their coat condition and things like that. The reason that we use a cow's pellet at the moment is because they have 4 stomachs the same as cows. So these guys are ruminants, so they've got 4 separate stomachs, and how they digest their food is they consume a lot of leaf. It gets passed down to that first stomach, and then later when they're just resting, they'll ruminate. So what they do is they bring that food up in the form of cud all the way back up through that neck and re-chew it with those really good sets of molars that they've got in their mouth. And then it kind of goes back down, and it's a chemical process with all the healthy bacteria in their guts to pass through the 4 stomachs. And then when it comes out the end of the giraffe, it's actually about the size of a Malteser or a scorched almond. Really, really little, and a whole lot of them, which keeps us busy, which is fun to clean up. And we're really lucky that they're highly motivated to train for these pellets. They are lovely and palatable, which means they're nice and yummy. So we've got a really good positive reinforcement for them. Looks yummy to me. Hey, Forrest. So Forrest is our only male in our herd. He is 17, and Forrest is in the Guinness Book of Records for being the tallest living giraffe. He is 5.7 metres tall, and at the moment he's weighing in at about 1,330 kilos. Although sometimes he can be a big baby. Bringing the giraffe into the giraffe chute here is a really good way for us to be able to look them over top to tail, making sure that they're looking nice and healthy. It's a good way for us to use positive reinforcement for them to come into this space and getting them comfortable with being touched. Just preparing them for all the husbandry things that we need to, so that whenever it does happen, it's not so scary for them. Good boy, buddy. So coming into the chute now is Rosie, who is another one of our adult giraffe. So you might be able to see that lovely dribble coming out of Rosie's mouth right now. She is by far our most food motivated giraffe that we have here at the zoo, and has got herself the nickname Cookie Monster for just how much she loves her food. She's often one that will head up to our public giraffe feeds as well, because she loves the extra treats that she gets there, which is carrots and browse. And yeah, at the moment she's weighing in at about 900, so she's very healthy for an adult female. Here at Australia Zoo, we've produced 16 calves, so Forrest has sired all of them, so he is very well represented. Giraffe are suffering out in the wild. Their numbers are declining, so it is really important that we have giraffe breeding to make sure that we do have that insurance population. Hello, Zarafa, little superstar. What a good girl you are. So in the chute at the moment, we have our youngest giraffe, Zarafa. She just turned 2 last month. But she's really great with all of her training in the chute space. I'll do a bit of tactile training with her now. This is just conditioning her to being touched all over her body in case she gets any wounds or any injuries that we need to be able to treat. So I'm just going to let her know that I'm going to start touching. Hey, Missy, touch. Good girl. So that shuddering is a very normal reaction from a giraffe. It is very much her tolerating it, but once she kind of accepts that's what's going on, she's getting her positive reinforcement with the pellets there too. And yeah, she's very much okay with it now, which is great. So yeah, you can see we can work all the way up from their head at the top, all the way down to their hooves.
So what we're just asking of Zarafa at the moment is just to target the stick here. So just to touch her nose onto the end of the stick. Touch. Good. And the whistle here is a bridge, so that's just letting them know at that exact moment that they've done the right thing and that the food reward will still follow. So if you've done any dog training at home, saying good or yes to your dog is exactly the same thing. One thing we can do with our touch and our target training is getting her to stay and hold still, which we can actually transfer to like getting facial x-rays, for example. So asking her to stay still in one position. Good girl.
So we're just going to head into the savanna paddock now to get a beautiful view of them heading out for the day.
Watch out now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Danger, danger, danger. I thought you clicked on that. Now, whatever you do, don't click on it. That's danger, remember? No clicking. No clicking.